In today's episode, we'll explore Chongqing's youth hostels and uncover how the social economy is changing the way we travel. Discuss with a consumption expert about how the new three generations are reshaping the retail market. Dive into the ceramic jewelry exchange exhibition between China and the Netherlands and experience the cross-cultural dialogue between ceramics and jewelry. And finally, review the top Chongqing stories getting attention from global media this week. Natalia, I've noticed an interesting phenomenon recently. Chongqing's youth hostels are redefining the way we travel. Today's youth hostels aren't just places to sleep anymore.
Exactly. They've become the new hubs for young travelers to connect, share rooms and delicious late-night canteens, are turning strangers from different countries into friends, all while falling in love with Chongqing.
Let's take a look inside Yummy Hill Youth Hostel and see how they've created the new travel plus social model.
More and more people are choosing a unique form of accommodation during their travels, youth hostels. Unlike luxurious hotels with spacious private rooms, youth hostels require you to share a room with strangers, regardless of gender, culture, or religion. In cities across China, youth hostels are becoming increasingly popular among young travelers. So, what makes them so attractive?
Here we are at Lianglukou in Chongqing's Old Town. You can feel the most authentic city vibe here. What many don't know is that nestled in this vibrant space is a unique youth hostel.
In 2020, a young entrepreneur from the post-90s generation founded this brand. Floyd, owner of Yummy Hill Youth Hostel, dislikes soulless tourist attractions. He is passionate about art and travel.
I started traveling on my own at 17, which was also my first time staying in a youth hostel. I realized that hostels let you meet so many people when traveling alone. The experience naturally takes you beyond your usual social circles.
Concept of youth hostels originated in Germany, where they began providing affordable accommodation for backpackers in the early 20th century. Today, youth hostels around the world not only offer lodging, but have transformed into social hubs and cultural exchange centers.
65% of our customers are from Gen Z, with 80% traveling alone. On average, we host around 20 guests daily who come from all over the world.
I was booking on trip.com and I saw this specific hostel had so many amazing reviews. So that's why I was thinking that this could be a great opportunity to meet other people like myself and people from different experiences and other Chinese youth.
Initially, people might choose hostels for their affordability, but gradually, the hostel has become a place to fulfill social needs or to pursue higher quality travel experiences. We also promote our own cultural values, attracting those who resonate with our philosophy and choose to stay at our hostel.
What's the unique experience of a late-night canteen at a youth hostel? With only 18 seats for their innovative dishes, this place has become a hotspot for young people from both China and abroad.
I love the food here. It's incredible.
I think Late Night Canteen perfectly captures the vibe of the youth hostel. It emphasizes that social, communal atmosphere where guests can truly unwind and feel comfortable to listen or share.
Running a youth hostel may seem vastly different from operating a hotel, but it still requires careful balancing of daily expenses and revenue.
From an ROI perspective, this isn't a high-margin business venture. I've worked with hotels and guest houses before, but running a hostel is an entirely different business model. Hostels are powered by human connections. Many guests mention in reviews or messages how our hostel made them love the city more. Travel has transcended sightseeing. To me, the people you meet are the most valuable part of any journey.
If youth hostels reflect the changing way people travel, then the macro-level consumption trends are just as important. A recent report by JLL revealed a major shift in China's consumer landscape.
That's right. The report points out that the new three generation of the consumers, post-Z millennials, and the new silver hair are changing the larger consumption. Young people are willing to spend for a sense of identity, while the new silver hair is becoming the new driving force of high-end consumptions.
Let's hear a deep analysis from JLL expert.
The three new generation include the post-Gen Z and the millennials and the new silver hair. So why we are keeping a very strong focus on the three new generations? That is because most of the Chinese customers, they are becoming maybe more diversified in terms of their age. So not only including the younger generations, we also having our senior people, our older generations, like our audience's parents. So they are both very essential to drive the retail demands for the China retail market. For example, we may keep focus on the youngest and the oldest people. And for the post-Gen Z or Gen Z generations, they are becoming more maybe cultural confident, becoming more self-confident, and more focused on the cultural things or some artistic things or some emotional-driven things. So this is very different from like our generation, the millennials. So they may quite prefer to the homegrown brands and the homegrown trending brands. So this is a little bit different from what we have observed in the past few decades. Maybe in our generation, our people are very keen to buy more things about international things, like the international brand, the luxury brand, or something about from our very advanced developed countries, maybe the American or European things, like the Japanese or Korean things. But for the younger generations, I think they change their behavior much more to be preferring to the domestic things, homegrown things. This is quite different. I would like to say one thing. For the young people, they may buy some coupons in our maybe like the Meituan or some kind of the online vendors to enjoy the lunch, the dinner. But as well, they still buy the very high price ticket for the music concert, for the operas. So this is kind of something very it's a kind of the stark contrast of their behaviors. That means on one side, they become more and more cautious, as I mentioned, in buying the regular things, about the basic things. But on the other hand, they are really they are willing to pay much more for what they like. So you can see the rise of the pop mart. It's a very strong buzzword, not only among the Chinese customers, also very popular in the Southeast Asia, in North America, in Europe. So this is it's a kind of the signal for the retailers, for the stakeholders in the market to understand that the younger people may be a new driving force for the investment. So you maybe use some crossover IPs to maybe use some kind of the placemaking to revitalize your tradition, your local tradition or local culture. This is very important.
Recently, Chongqing hosted a ceramic jewelry exchange exhibition between China and the Netherlands, gathering over 100 works from 17 artists of both countries. It was truly a visual feast.
Especially exciting is the addition of Rongchang pottery in this exhibition, vividly showcasing the perfect fusion of Eastern and Western aesthetics.
This isn't just an art exchange, it's an international expression of the city's culture. Let's take a look through the lens and experience the cross-temporal aesthetic feast.
Recently, the craft journey of ceramic jewelry exchange between China and the Netherlands opened at the Wangqi Art Museum in Chongqing, drawing a diverse crowd of artists and visitors from both China and abroad. Here, artists bring together the tactile beauty of ceramics with personal narratives and a philosophical reflection, offering visitors a deeper understanding of the interplay between material and meaning in each piece.
These were the first non-functional art. So you can hang them, you can enjoy them, but you cannot use them.
The Chongqing edition features a special edition and exhibition section dedicated to Chongqing pottery, showcasing a local cultural identity unique to this region.
This piece is my representation of modern Chongqing as a metropolis. It's called City of Magic. As for the carved decoration on Rongchang pottery, it's actually quite simple. There are basically two colors. We use red clay as the base layer and white clay for the surface decoration. The traditional decorative techniques and craftsmanship of Rongchang pottery remain completely preserved. The only evolution is instilling it with the essence of our contemporary era.
It has not only extended the cultural exchanges between these two countries in the field of the ceramics, but be a more open attitude to absorb their intangible heritage in Chongqing. I think that it is a very good opportunity to promote it.
As we all know, it has been a long history between China and the Netherlands with porcelains and ceramics. And I think it continues to bridge because culture has no boundaries. We both learn from each other and we both connect. And I think this is a nice combination of using the two cultures to combine together because we have a lot of ceramics that are using now silver, they're using rubber, they're using engraving. So all that is part of the ceramic in itself and also of the way we connect and how by connecting in terms of culture, we grow together.
To wrap up, let's take a look at the trending Chongqing stories catching global media attention this week.
This week, Chongqing's ambition to establish itself as China's EV capital was featured in a report by The Economist. The report states that Chongqing is competing for the title with its 2.5 million vehicle annual capacity and complete industrial chain. The 33rd National Book Expo was held in Chongqing. International media outlets including Hong Kong Commercial Daily, Bastille Post, and World Journal, as well as China's leading official media such as People's Daily Online and Xinhua, have all covered its grand occasion. The rapid growth of China's AI toy market is drawing media attention. Global Times has published an in-depth report that elaborates on the vast market potential demonstrated by China's AI toy industry. Meanwhile, Chongqing's hydrogen energy sector facilitating China-Europe green cooperation were reported by China Daily. The report notes that, as a pioneer in hydrogen truck operations and key hydrogen supply hub, the city plays a vital role. In addition, Chelsea Football Club's official accounts on Instagram, Facebook, X, and other platforms shared posts featuring the illuminated Chongqing World Financial Center celebrating the team's FIFA Club World Cup triumph. The content has garnered nearly 1 million views and 300,000 likes overseas.
That's all for today's show. Thank you everyone for watching, and thanks to Natalia.
Thank you, Alex, and thank you all for tuning in.
Let's meet, showcasing new Chongqing to the world. I'm your host, Alex. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Goodbye.